Yeah, everybody got a dream. If you're trying to be a producer, you're trying to be a rapper in this game, don't let people discourage you. Stand up and do your thing.
You ain't got to live on your knees. Everything's a possibility. If you wanna be a rapper, just be. Don't let them tell you can't be somebody. Stand up and get up now. Hold your head up. Wake up now. You got to go.
Yo, once again, it's your boy Knock Real, coming live from Copacabana. This is the Hip Hop Save the Community show. And so I only got a few minutes to get on here this morning, but I just wanted to kind of drop something because I saw a post last night on Twitter. This guy Sneeko saying that black culture is basically hip hop culture and all we talk about is killing one another. And if we want doctors with sagging pants and, all of this nonsense that he was spitting about hip hop, just trying to conflate black culture with hip hop culture. We know that hip hop is not synonymous with black culture, but it's a part of black culture. And being that it's a part of black culture, there's a lot of people who like to slander hip hop because it's young black people. And so I've talked about this before. They don't like young black people in positions of power. They don't like young black people with money. This is what it really boils down to. They've been told their whole life that your level is up here and black people are down here, they're beneath you. That's what they've been told their whole life. And so when they see somebody who may not look like they excelled in school, because that's not true about all rappers and stuff like that, when it looks like this person who's not as intelligent as them, maybe doesn't dress as preppy and as proper as they do, may not walk and talk the same way that they do, and they got dark skin, they hate on that because this person is successful. They feel like they're above them. And because the money tells them something different, and the diamonds shining, and the vehicles, and the houses, and the private jets is telling them that they're not above these people. And so then they have to get online and they have to try to knock down young minorities, primarily white cats too. And either way, they got to knock down hip hop because it's low hanging fruit for them. But I don't let the slander go because to me it's wrong. It's BS. When I look at it, you're consuming entertainment in all types of ways that are not considered acceptable in normal society. When you're watching films, they're shooting and murdering people. When you're watching your Netflix, they doing drugs and doing sexual things and promoting all of these things that you say in hip hop that is bad for our community. But they're doing in all those other entertainment outlets that you're paying money for. So it goes deeper than just concern for the black community. Oh, I'm so concerned. Why are you giving this negative stuff to your people? You shouldn't do that. We're so concerned. But when George Floyd died, what did they do? They applauded. When it was Sandra Bland, they made excuses, So when there's all these people that are dying at the hands of police, they sit back and snicker and smile. So they're not concerned about the black community. Let's get that straight. They're not concerned about the black community. They're not concerned about what we consume. Okay? They're concerned about the level that they perceive young black people to be in as successful individuals. And if they have success and it looks like they have access to things that these people don't have access to, or they may not have access to in their life, the fans and the money and the real estate and the business opportunities, if they don't have access to that and they don't look like they're shining, they need to pull somebody down. So I wrote it in that Twitter post last night. They hated us every step of the way. They hated us in chains, right? So, big strong black man in chains, they had to beat them down and they had to break them down because they felt less. They knew they were less. They could look and they could see, I'm less. They didn't want you to read. They took education from us. They don't want you to read. But once we learned how to read, they decided that you can't go to school. Once we got into the schools, they decide they don't want you in their universities. Once we get into the universities, they don't want you in their jobs. And then once we get into their jobs, they don't like that either. Now that we're becoming entrepreneurs, it's bringing power to us. We're doing what looks like it's fun, and we're subsisting, and we're bringing our families out of generational poverty into generational wealth. That's a threat to them. So when I say hip hop saved the community, I'm talking about the houses that it's building for mothers who never had a house before, for grandmothers who never had a house before, the tuition that's being paid. So I saw a video this morning. I'm gonna play a little clip of it. Thanks for the Creative Commons license to the guys over at No Labels Needed. I love those guys. I watch their show all the time. I'm subscribed to the channel. I'm gonna put a link in my description here so that you can go subscribe to the channel. But my guy's talking about what hip hop did for him and how it's affected his life. So I said when I started this show that that's the kind of stuff, the content I was going to bring. And so, I didn't have the ability to bring him on my show, but he's on their show and he talked about it. He's talking about hip hop and what it does for his life and why it's so vital and essential for his life. So when they're talking crazy about hip hop, they don't think about what this guy is talking about. So we're going to go ahead and roll that clip for you.
Because as an artist, you're going to have to sacrifice your free time. You're going to have to sacrifice everything. Listen, if it weren't for hip hop, my kids wouldn't be honor roll students because they are, thanks to what I can provide for them with hip hop. If it weren't for hip hop, I wouldn't have met my beautiful wife. I wouldn't have been able to get married. Hip hop did all of that. I don't have no silver spoon. I don't drive Uber. I don't finesse people out of checks. I don't run scams. I haven't gotten a PPP loan. I don't do government, nothing. Hip hop did all of this that I've done for myself. Hip hop does that for me. So I love this culture, and I'm able to go home and eat dinner and eat breakfast and drink coffee because of this culture. And I put on clothes because of the money that I make off of this culture. So I can never take from this culture. If anything, I owe this culture. I owe hip hop my life because it gives me life.
Yeah, so you see what he's saying. He's saying, listen, my kids go to school off of hip hop. I got married with money off of hip hop. My day-to-day life is good because I had hip hop. So this is how hip hop really affects the community. There's so many people behind the scenes whose lives have been bettered by hip hop. I have a friend of mine, Alfred, who posted yesterday telling people about what I was able to do for them in a small way up in Orlando when I had my studio in Orlando by giving them the keys to the studio to come in and make an album. For him to come in and produce, and then he ends up producing for Jeezy and USDA. He going to Def Jam and doing stuff like, for Def Jam, in the studio with DJ Khaled, all those types of things. This is what hip hop did for him, and he started in a small little one-bedroom apartment on Mercy Drive in Orlando with nothing in it. And now he's got a nice, beautiful house, nice, beautiful family, kids in school, he travels, and hip hop put that in his life. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know it's short. My phone told me I only had 8 minutes to talk, so I'm gonna talk for 8 minutes. Once again, this is your boy Knock Real coming live from Copacabana. Remember to put respect on hip hop's name. Remember to love the culture that is hip hop. Remember to embrace the good things about hip hop. All right. So I'm gonna be out of here. You guys check me out. Check out the music that's coming out. I've got music coming out all the time. Check me out on Spotify, Knock Real Beats. Check me out on Saturday morning, the live beat making show for Saturdays. Check me out, all right? We working hard. All right, everybody have a great one. Enjoy your day. Peace out.
Yeah, everybody got a dream. If you're trying to be a producer, you're trying to be a rapper in this game, don't let people discourage you. Stand up and do your thing.
You ain't got to live on your knees. Everything's a possibility. Yeah. if you wanna be a rapper, just be. Don't let them tell you you can't be somebody. Stand up and get up now. Hold your head up, wake up now.